Back here at the Civil War Relic Show in Dalton, and I'm going to try something different today. I'm going to answer some of your all's requests, locate some of the items that you guys asked me to locate. It's going to kind of be like a scavenger hunt. Standing right here on hallowed Civil War ground. There was a big battle that happened right out through here in Doug Gap. I think Matthew asked to see a soldier from the Civil War, so let's knock that one off the list first. Check. Afternoon. There you go. I was on the money then. Alright, well, Alex asked to see some trench art.
And we had a... Go ahead and open the case if you want to.
I don't want to open it. I'm not going to open it.
Had your trouble getting the... You're on something.
They are opening the case so we can see some trench art here. Here's quite a few carved items. Here's a bullet carved to look like a tooth, I suppose. There's a nice dice made out of lead. There's another sort of tooth bullet. This one has a flag on it, if you can see that. And this has been made into an axe, so these are pretty good examples of trench art. There's a shield. Really cool. Great question, Alex. I appreciate that. Alright, Peter Sheridan asked to see a uniform from each side, so let's go ahead and knock that off the list. I think we've got some uniforms right over here. So these would be Union uniforms. And here we have a couple Confederate type jackets. So Matthew asked to see some Confederate currency. Let's see if we can check that one off the list.
Take that one. You won't take any less. I mean, I just love to have it. I'm just trying to agonize over it. I think I'm so fun about this stuff. I mean, yes. Wow. That's no weak.
That was a good request. Lots of Confederate currency out there. Let's see if we can find a musket tool or two for you now. So there's some Civil War gun tools and parts. We have worming tools, nipple wrenches, cleaning brushes. It's really great to look at these types of relics because there's a lot of these relics that go misidentified by relic hunters when they find them. There's the iron little nipple protectors, some gun sights. This is an interesting rifle. It's called a harmonica rifle. You could push through this piece and it would load another bullet, so you could have multiple shots. Pretty neat, the rifle. So James had asked to see a wired Hotchkiss shell, and I actually have one at home, but this one is complete, as you can see here. And mine at home has a little hole in the bottom. But there it is. Tiny little shell. One of the most rare Hotchkiss shells. So, good request, James. We'll look at mine when we get home. I'm here with Colonel John Biemesh, and he's written a new series of books. He's finishing up the last one now on projectiles. So I'm going to let him talk for just a second about it, tell you guys about it. Of course, I'm super excited about it, being an artillery collector. So let's hear a little bit about his book series.
Thank you, Chris. Well, I've spent the last 40 years compiling information on every cannonball and artillery shell fired in North America from the siege of Quebec to the end of the Civil War. And it's the most complete reference set you'll find anywhere. There are currently 2 volumes in print and the 3rd volume's coming out. But this volume is every cannonball, Russian, British, French, American, Confederate, Union, you name it, used in America. And it has the diameters, it has pictures and drawings, it talks about the fuses and how they work. So this is fuses and cannonballs. The next one we have complete are Confederate rifle projectiles. There are over 650 projectiles in here with the weights, the bursting charges. There's every canister known in all the different calibers, Union and Confederate. Grape shot, stands of grape, you name it. But these 2 books cover 2/3 of the spectrum. The next volume, which is coming out, will be Union projectiles as well as grenades, landmines, and war rockets. Everything you ever wanted to know about projectiles used in North America.
Thanks, John. That's really great information. I'm going to make sure and put the links below so that everybody can check out your work. I really encourage it. It looks like it's going to be an amazing body of work. I'm really looking forward to reading it. So you guys check it out. So I'm looking for a Whitworth rifle, but they are pretty rare. So far, nobody's had one. But I'm going to keep looking here for a few minutes. While I'm looking at some of these guns, let's take a quick look at some of the different types of guns here. These are carbine rifles. They're shorter. And the cavalry likes these types of rifles. These are carbines still. This is one of my favorite rifles, the Colt revolving rifle. My great-great-great-grandfather's troops carried these. Alright, here is the Whitworth rifle. It took a long time to find one in here, but there it is. Well, I'm going to tell everybody that I met Lexi. She's here. She's one of my tiniest BirdDogg fans. She doesn't want to be on camera. She's too shy. I don't want to embarrass her because she's one of my fans. But, hi, Lexi. In case you want a cannon, save your pennies. So DeClobber asked to see some tin types. I'm not sure if these are embryo types or tin types, but let's see if we can get a look at them.
I understand. It is a very fine CDV.
Here's a neat item. It's an ID tag from Alonzo A. Thompson. That's one of the items I'm looking for. These are some experimental Hotchkiss shells. Really cool.
I thought this was right, but I guess it's just the way the iron is. Just...
There's half of a shell, what the inside of an exploded shell would have looked like. That one's been cut in half.
First degree, second degree, and third degree. And the first degree sword is actually a lot rarer than the second degree sword.
Alright, so someone requested lots of Confederate buckles. There are plenty of those here. Pewter CSAs. Frame buckles, fork tongue buckles, cast CSAs. Oh yeah. Kentucky. Quite the scavenger hunt. The show is winding down. I'm going to try and get in a few last requests here. I'm running out of time though because all the booths are shutting down. Someone asked to see the largest projectile at the show. So I've been walking around looking for one. I think it's going to be this projectile over here. 6.4 100-pounder single shell. So that's probably one of the largest projectiles here today. It's definitely my favorite one here today. A mere $825, and I can carry that home. I have time to do one more request from you guys, and we had a request to find some War of 1812 relics. So I'm gonna try to find those buttons I was looking at the other day with Zach, and hopefully we can get a look at some War of 1812 buttons. I think they were right here. These buttons are in the William Lay collection, and I've actually read quite a bit of stuff from him about buttons. But these are the War of 1812 buttons that you guys were asking about. So take a quick look, and these are probably some of the earlier military buttons at the show. Some of these I think are Rev War, and some of them are War of 1812. Really amazing collection. Beautiful buttons, man.
As opposed to collection, those are my offerings. So if any of your YouTube
viewers want to check out how to purchase any of these buttons, I'll put the information below. If any of you guys are,
me at civilwarbuttons.com.
You can find any of these buttons for sale at civilwarbuttons.com. This is not a paid commercial endorsement, but I do endorse it.
Awesome. Now we're scratching each other's back.
Unpaid commercial endorsement is what this is called. Well, I think that's going to wrap it up here, guys. The show is winding down. I'm going to head out, get a bite to eat. I have not ate all day. Hope you guys had a great day in the life and you enjoyed this little visit to the Civil War show. See you tomorrow.